trainers. So today we are at another windy Hyde Park. We are taking a look at this Ivysaur. This is a female Ivysaur, and we'll just start going through a bit of a description. So as you can see, this female Ivysaur has blue skin covering most of its body. You have the dark patches, similar to Bulbasaur's patches, but these are dark blue, and its fangs are coming out of its mouth now. She does not have to open her mouth really to show you her fangs. You do have the similar 3 claws coming out of its each of its legs, and one of the biggest differences and changes for this Ivysaur upon evolution is the bulb on its back has opened, so you can see now a beautiful flower that hasn't exactly bloomed yet, but you can really see that bulb on its back, and a small little I guess you would call it like a palm tree body before the bulb comes out. So you have the 4 green leaves, and then you have the body that you can see coming out in a small green patch right before you see the flower on the top of her body. So let's just take a quick look around. As you can see, there are patches, the dark blue, all around its body, and if we take a look, hopefully we don't step on her, you can see just how beautiful that looks on the top of the flower. So that is the female Bulbasaur. You also have its 2 ears that are coming out. Now has a dark, I guess the inside is black, where before only the ears were protruding, but there wasn't any definition inside. And you do have its red eyes as well, with its 2 small nostrils and the eyebrows on the sides of her eyes. Aside from that, I don't think that I can spot any other differences. Let's just see if we can get close up and get a nice little growl. And we will now take a look at the other forms: the shiny form, the shadow form, and the purified form. Okay, trainers, so as you can see now, we are looking at a shiny version, a shiny form of this Ivysaur. This is a male Ivysaur. As I mentioned in the first video with Bulbasaur, there aren't any noticeable differences until the last of the line on this family, this Pokemon family. So now, taking a look at just one look at this beautiful Ivysaur. Just look at the gold, that gold flower coming out of his back. It's just really, it's stunning. It's one of my favorite shinies. Its eyes are just beautiful, and they have this golden hint to them, and the skin is back to green, light green, I would say, and then the patches are lime green. You do have everything is pretty similar, everything else. You have its claws, its main features are all the same. There's no differences there. But as you can see, just the greens and everything just comes out really well. The leaves on its back as well are a bit lighter of a green, and the palm tree stalk, I really need to look up the correct word for this. The trunk of the flower, I guess. That is a bit of a lighter golds. I'm not sure. So whenever there are colors like that, just mind me. I'm learning along with all of you guys as well, all of you trainers. I am in training, so just a researcher, hoping to be a professor one day, a Pokemon professor. But this is me filling up my Pokédex and taking you guys along for the journey. So I do want to take one look. Oh, it looks like we're too close. So let's just see if we can get a good look at the flower, the way that we did on the other one. So as you can see, it's just beautiful. I really love that gold. It's just beautiful. So this is the shiny form, and let's just get a bit close to see if we can get a good growl. Alright trainers, so we are now taking a look at the shadow version of this Ivysaur. As you can see, the two main differences are the dark purple cloud surrounding this Bulbasaur, not Bulbasaur, this Ivysaur. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but this comes from after you rescue these Pokemon from Team Go Rocket and from those stops. So Team Rocket has corrupted these Pokemon, and that is why we have this form. He does look angrier in the Pokédex entry. His eyebrows are more furrowed, but for this, for seeing him live out in the open, the main differences that you can spot are the dark red eyes. It does cover his whole eye, and the purple cloud surrounding this Ivysaur. So we'll just do a bit of a turnaround, and as you can see, it is mostly the same. And for now, let's just get a good growl, and we'll go into the next form, which will be the final form, and it will be the purified form. All right, so there we are, and let's go on to the final form now. Okay trainers, so we are now taking a look at this purified version of this Ivysaur. And as you can see, and with previous Pokemon, there is a white mist surrounding this Ivysaur. It doesn't really surround the bulb so much, but it does, you can see it permeate out of its whole body, and you can see the small glints of gold sometimes with the cloud surrounding this Ivysaur. So this is an Ivysaur that was a shadow Pokemon that I rescued from Team Rocket, and he is a good IV, and yeah, that's really the main difference. The eyes or anything else does not change. You have the bulb again. I just love that. I guess it's not a bulb anymore, it's the flower that hasn't bloomed yet. So this is a teenager right here, and let's just get close up and get a nice little growl. All right, so now we'll go into talking more about the biology and some more facts about Ivysaur. The official Pokédex entry for this Pokemon reads as follows. Ivysaur. There is a plant bud on this Pokemon's back. It draws nutrients from its body, and sunlight also makes the bud grow larger and makes Ivysaur stronger. To support the weight of its bud, Ivysaur's legs and trunk grow thick and strong. If the bud starts to smell sweet, and Ivysaur starts spending more time lying in the sunlight, it is a sign that the bud on its back will start swelling and will bloom into a large petaled flower. Okay trainers, in this part we will be going deeper into Ivysaur and its background. Again, with this Pokemon there is no visible differences between male and female Ivysaur. It is an unforgettable experience to watch your starter Pokemon evolve. For many trainers, this first happens when Bulbasaur becomes Ivysaur. While nearly twice the size of Bulbasaur, Ivysaur's main distinction is the bulb on its back is now opened into a colorful flower bud that resembles a Rafflesia flower, and the leaves around the bud resemble palms. This Pokemon can be found in the Kanto region, in forests, grasslands, and jungles. In Pokemon Go, Ivysaur does not spawn in the wild. It is quite rare and does not nest. Chances of an encounter go up in sunny and cloudy weather. Because of its photosynthesis ability, Ivysaur can create food at will without having to eat unless there isn't any sunlight. Ivysaur also, from time to time, enjoys leaves, berries, and even peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. There is an evolution ceremony led by a Venusaur, where Bulbasaur evolve into Ivysaur. But outside of this, when Ivysaur is ready to evolve, it will spend more time in the sun and emit a pleasant fragrance from its bud. The bud will then bloom into a large petaled flower for its final evolution, which is Venusaur. Ivysaur inherits most of the same moves from Bulbasaur, although they are now stronger and its vines, for example, are longer. Ivysaur can now produce and shoot out poison from its body if its grass-type attacks don't suffice. Ivysaur's favored petting spot is its ears, but it does not like the top of its bud being touched. Ivysaur, like Bulbasaur, is very loyal and can be quite playful. Ivysaur is friendly and can be sassy at times. Always make sure to provide Ivysaur with plenty of access to sunlight and water. This Pokemon family line is more tolerant of pollution than other grass types. The fragrance Ivysaur emits leading up to evolution can attract bug-type Pokemon, so stay aware, especially if you are not a big fan of bugs. Ivysaur's name originates from ivy, a woody climbing or trailing plant genus, and saur, the ancient Greek for lizard. Its Japanese name is Fushigisu, which can be taken to mean it seems strange, or Fushigi-su, which means strange grass. In this final part, trainers, I will be going over my thoughts on Ivysaur. To be honest, I did not have much previous experience with Ivysaur. My initial thoughts saw it as a sullen teenager, and that is just from looking at Ivysaur or from in its initial evolution. Aside from those things, I did not have much experience with Ivysaur. But thanks to the research that I've done, along with you trainers, I have learned that there is much more to Ivysaur. I think it's really sweet. I think it's really funny. I love seeing it in costume. It's very polite. So there is more to teenagers other than being sullen. And while Ivysaur can be seen as a teenager, he still has a big heart, and it really comes through when he is portrayed in different areas in the Pokemon world. I find the symbiotic relationship Ivysaur has with its bud to be very interesting as it grows. I imagine not needing to eat for extended periods of time could be very convenient. At the same time, the weight of the bud has made Ivysaur less agile, so I wonder if that ever bothers them much. While it seems less threatening to me now, if you consider a shadow Ivysaur turning on you as a trainer, that would definitely make me sweat. So, if you ever decide to keep one, always make sure to have your running shoes on, trainers. One of the big things that surprised me about Ivysaur, and you can, I hope, really hear it at the beginning whenever I was going over and describing him. And this is something that I had not really paid attention to Ivysaur, because honestly, I go from evolving Bulbasaur to Ivysaur and then to Venusaur. So taking the time to really describe and look into Ivysaur and its features, I was really surprised by how beautiful and how stunning the bud on its back is. And I think you might be able to hear it in my voice, but if you don't, it just really stunned me how beautiful it was. And I really love how stunning the shiny Ivysaur is. The gold bud on its back is just beautiful. I know I keep saying those words, but it's one of my favorite shiny Pokemon. Ivysaur just shines. It's golden. It's perfect. But I'll stop gushing over Ivysaur for now, trainers. If I missed anything, or if you have any thoughts on Ivysaur, please add them in the comment section below. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when a new video is up. I do plan to release a new video on a Pokemon every week, and I am also working on other aspects of the Pokemon world. Do please follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The handle is @LondonInstinct for updates, posts, and stories. I've been enjoying featuring different illustrations from trainers all around the world, along with the different facts in the Instagram page. So do make sure to go in and take a look at the great art that I've found. So this is the end of the video. See you next week, trainers. Bye.